Sure.
We're going. We're rolling.
All right.
All right. It's finally time. It's finally time. Yeah?
I reckon so.
Yeah. Yeah. It's finally time for the episode to end all episodes.
This is our Mark Maron Obama episode.
Yeah, this is the, we're literally here with the beginning.
The guy that owns all this shit.
Yeah, that allows us to keep doing it. Yeah, it's Gramps. They're Doug Swindell. Boo. His legal name. Boo.
Yeah. Well, do we get to shoot fireworks off afterwards? That's all I want to know.
No, it wasn't in the budget. Sorry.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, the government shutdown's got everybody.
We can shoot some guns.
Our
Shoot
illegal
off a
black
gun.
market Chinese firework dealer has been compromised.
Yeah, guns would be more fun anyway, so.
Yeah,
Either
man.
or. Yeah. Thanks for coming up here, man. Thanks for playing a few.
Thanks for making the drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Debuting a new one. That'd be cool. Be cool to hear the final version.
Yeah,
of that.
when I get all that worked out, I'll have to figure out how I'm going to arrangement and whatever. You know, it might be a I don't know. Might keep it pretty thin and simple. You know.
Yeah. That's still cool. It's cool to hear it at the beginning. I mean, you
kind of a folk. You know, it'd be cool to have just like a upright bass and maybe a violin.
Yeah.
You know, and
It's dope. I mean, it's cool.
and just keep it
You can get Adam to do some weird shit on there.
keep it sounding old. You know.
Yeah. Well, where do you want to start, Gramps? You want to start at the very beginning?
Birth. Bartlesville.
Yeah.
Let's move. Well, no, that's cool. But birth. No, let's move past the womb a little bit because I don't think I can.
There's
Yeah,
not much there to begin with.
yeah. I don't think I'm gonna. To be quite honest with you, I really don't recall being in there. So.
Wow. Here, I thought your memory was impeccable. Pretty close to it.
Well, a couple of years into that, it gets started rolling.
Yeah. Yeah. When did you? Now I can't remember. You've probably told me. Was anyone else very musically inclined when you were younger?
In the family, like you mean, or
Yeah.
No. My dad could play the shit out of a stereo.
Hell yeah.
Well, actually, we didn't have a stereo back then. It was mono. But we had a little tube amplifier. So we had like the old roll top desk, you know.
Yeah.
The house we lived in had like living room, and then the dining room was right behind it, but it was all open, and she wanted to divide it, so she got this old roll top desk and found some cabinets to kind of put on the end, but it was all level. And then she had a woodworking guy down the street, lived down the street from us. He made a big deal with some shelves and stuff that went on it, so it went up close to the ceiling, and she had shit all over the shelves. You know, mom shit.
Yeah.
And we had an old black and white TV in the middle, and then there was this old tube amp. Wasn't in a case. It was just like a chassis with tubes and all the shit. You know, you'd open the cabinet and it'd just be orange glow in there, and then on the other end was like a 12-inch speaker built into the cabinet, and then there was a shelf under the tube amp that had, my dad had probably, I don't know, I'm going to say 25 or 30 records. And I just always was, literally from the time I can remember, I was just, music just grabbed me.
I was there.
I just loved it. I mean, if somebody was on TV playing music, it didn't matter who it was, what the music was. I was like glued to it, just watching it. And listen to the records that he had. I got to where I knew them all by heart. I would listen to them over. And I mean, there's everything from crooners to some folk music. I really even like, Ricky Nelson and some orchestra music and, just some different stuff. And I just, like I said, it didn't matter. I got into it, but what really charged me up early were drums. I couldn't get enough drumming.
Really?
So it was like, and one of the most exciting thrills in my life when I was a little kid was getting to go to a parade where the high school marching bands would march by, right? And I remember being down there going, oh, they're playing a song. They're playing. I can't wait till all those fuckers shut up and it's just the drum line. Because that was the most badass part. Boom. They're walking down the street, and just the drums are just going, and you're just like, yeah. I just dug the shit out of that. I ate that up. I just couldn't get enough of it.
Why
man.
do you think drums, like, it was drums? Why do you
don't know why. It just was.
Very primal.
I guess so.
Very Neanderthalish.
I guess so. It was just
wanted to beat the shit out of something?
It just turned me on, man. I was just really dug it. I liked it, and we'd go to the local city park had a band shell, like one of those real cool old concrete half sphere, band shells, and all the local bands would play down there, and so it'd be like we go down there on the afternoons and weekends, checking it out, and I'm always like sneaking up on the band shell, right, and walking behind their amps and get around and sit down behind the drummer.
I wonder what happens if I unplug this one.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to get as close to the drummer as I could without anybody saying anything.
That's pretty cool.
Nobody ever did. I just, so that's every chance I got to hang out behind a drummer on the local scene.
When did you start?
That's what I did.
Playing. When did you start picking? Did you start with
Well,
drums?
I had a couple of guys I went to grade school with that.
And this is up in Bartlesville, right?
Yeah, had little kits, so I could go over to their house and, hey man, let me bang on your drums. Yeah, cool, go ahead. So I'd just bang around and, and it was like, to my mom and dad, man, I want a drum set. Can I get a drum set for Christmas? And, so a few years later, there's this box under the tree about yay big, and I'm like, wonder what that is. And I open it up, and it's a fucking cheap-ass snare drum. About this, not like a marching snare drum, but like just a regular, I think it was plastic.
Nice.
And cheap aluminum. But it had snares, and when you whacked it, it sounded kind of like a snare drum, So I was like, and then there was this little shitty black stand you could set it on, so with some sticks. So I was like, that was like, hey, cool.
It was like 2 hours every day.
One piece down, six more to go.
Yeah. So I would just bang away on that thing. And I even, this is how nerdy I was about it, I even fashioned a strap. My mom was a seamstress, and she had all kinds of shit laying around. So I made this black strap where I could mount it right here, so I could walk with it.
Nice.
So I could walk around with it.
Look like one of the old
marching boy.
Dude from the Revolutionary War.
No, I mean,
Yeah, you go walk out of a
Right.
middle field with some candy shit going around you.
No, what I would do is go out in the front yard and do formations, march formations.
Man, these kids in Bartlesville are just so musically inclined.
I know. The
The neighbor kid's out banging his drum again.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what the neighbors were doing. God damn it! I'm trying to watch the news, you little motherfucker. Shut them up. But no, I'd do that front yard, backyard, wherever. Just I always had quite the imagination.
When was the day you upgraded to a full kit?
So I got a kit. So anyway, my parents divorced, and we were living with my mom, and I guess I was probably, she had started dating my soon-to-be stepdad around then. I guess I was about 13. And, he was just buying her all kinds of shit, his new girlfriend, and he's buying her all kinds of shit. And me, I'm like, man, I want a drum set. I want a drum set. I want a drum set.
You took advantage of the new thing, as you should.
And he's smart.
And I hated the guy. I mean, he was a dick. He was a total dick. All his life.
Money.
Hated him. But, I have to hand it to him on a few fronts down through there because one night I got home from school and they were like, we got something we want to show you. And I'm like, okay, had no idea. So I go, they take me out in the garage, and there it is, man. A Ludwig orange sparkle drum set with a hi-hat and a couple of cymbals. And I was just like, I mean, seriously, I wanted to cry, because I was like, okay, I got to get this in my room. And they were like, okay, hold on a minute. We have a rule. I'm like, yeah, of course you fucking do. Yeah. So the rule was I got 45 minutes a night, which really, when I look back on everything, that wasn't bad. It's better than nothing. I get 45 minutes a night, and then that's it. That's all I can play it for that night. And it had to be right after dinner. Eat dinner, go back, get your 45 minutes in, and then that's it. No more drumming.
Yeah.
So I was just...
how are you going to learn the entire Led Zeppelin discography in 45 minutes?
Yeah. So that's what I did.
One time through.
Well, because I had a little record player in my room, and had some records. So I'm like, yes, I'd put it on there, and I'd crank up the record player and try to play along with them. And of course, it just didn't work. The little record player didn't get loud enough. The drum, all I can hear is. And so my genius stepdad-to-be was, what we need to do is put a headphone jack in that thing. And I'm like, fucking A, we do. That's it. So
you're rolling, man.
Yeah.
That's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, so we...
might not be too bad after all.
Well, he was trying...
found out that was his only two good contributions.
Right. He was trying to get me to like him, I mean, he's that's all right. So, but... And so, of course, I got a soldering lesson with that. And they said, here's how you hook up a headphone jack. So I learned a little bit of something there, too. And it worked. It's perfect. Got me a cheap little set of Radio Shack headphones, plugged them in, shuts the speakers off to the little record player, and I got music in my headphones. So
what was that first record you tried to emulate?
Probably at the time, let me think here. The records, I didn't have very many records. I mean, I was starting to get some as we went, but some of my first records were. I think the very first one I got on my own was Steppenwolf Live.
Ooh,
Wow.
So some Steppenwolf, and then
that's badass.
And then Uriah Heep.
Taj Mahal.
Had a few. And I hadn't made it. I hadn't made it to the blues yet.
Taj Mahal was down the road.
Yeah.
What's that one album? The super influential, the Nico. Nico, the Velvet Underground.
Yeah, Velvet Underground. Yeah.
They didn't have like the scratch off banana on the front, or like a peel off banana that you could scratch and sniff or something like that.
Yeah. And then what was the other one? There was another one that I had. I was really into the early Grand Funk Railroad.
Nice.
So I had the live album. I had the red album, and what was the other one I had? Oh, well, the first one, the very first one, just Grand Funk Railroad.
Is Vanilla Fudge in there, or is that a little later on too?
That was a little later on too. I mean, before I actually
your world just wasn't blown yet. Keep me hanging on.
Yeah. Well, then I went through kind of a Three Dog Night phase, the early Three Dog Night, and
Nice.
And I loved that Floyd Sneed, their drummer, was.
They did OMRF this year.
Yeah, they did.
That's badass.
Yeah, I worked it. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
They gave me a really cool T-shirt.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Floyd died earlier this year.
Yeah. They're still really good though.
Oh yeah, a bunch of young guns just redoing all the.
Yeah, your guys' tables you made for them looks really good in there. They're still holding up pretty good.
Yeah, we.
I made a comment.
Contribution to Three Dog Night.
I made a comment this year. I was like, Michael, I was like, Dylan, the guy you hate in fantasy. I was like, this is his family makes these, and the lady was like, oh, Doug. I was like, yeah, Gramps, but
Gramps.
I guess Doug.
Yeah. You're not cool enough to know him like we do, but
yeah. Doug.
Who the hell is that?
Exactly.
Yeah, I get around town on that stuff too. Of course, I've been down there doing shit like that for 50 years, so.
Yeah, that was when you moved.
People get to know who you are, so.
That was when you moved back, because what, you turned 18, got kicked out, and hopped down to OKC?
Well, it was before I turned 18. I was still 17. Was booted out of the house, and it eventually, because they all got married, my dad got remarried, and
nobody was cool anymore.
Well, Sarah and I were just like, my real sister, we were just kind of like, we're just kind of out on the fringe. My mom married a guy that's got 2 little bitty kids that she has to raise. We're teenagers. And my dad and Rosie, Rosie wanted kids. She'd never been married before. So they're starting a family, so we were just kind of like sent back and forth between the 2 houses, It was just...
ain't no rest for the wicked.
It's just like... so, yeah, you did. You kind of felt on your own, but at the same time, we were taken care of. And
Rice-a-roni every night.
But those
Not
last...
bad.
Well, that's where we got to that real soon.
Man, I love that shit. Dude.
Yeah. The last 2 years of high
My
school...
bar's very low.
My stepdad was moved to Borger, Texas, so we lived over there, and I never will forget the first time we got into that town. It stank like shit. It's just chemical plants everywhere, and it smelled so bad.
Start growing a third eye on your neck.
Yeah, you're like, how do people live here? How do you? But of course, after you've been there about a week, you don't even notice it. You have to leave and be gone for a little bit and come back. And then, there's that smell again.
It's like that spot in Amarillo. You're going west.
Yeah.
Hit the cow farms.
Hit the cattle yards, yeah. No, same thing, man. And, but anyway, but I met a lot of cool guys out there. There were a lot of, got in some bands with some guys, and we played a lot of music. There were a lot of good guys back then, and 2 or 3 of them I still keep in touch with, and so that all worked out good. But basically, it was just I hated them. I was pretty much at the point where I hated my parents and my step parents, and they all pretty well knew it. I was a shit. I would not have been the kind of teenager you'd have wanted around. And
Smoking reefer.
Well, sure. among other things, I was doing about everything that was around back then, which was a lot of stuff. And
back when drugs were good, though.
Yeah.
When they were made in a lab, in Billy down the streets lab, not China lab.
It's not fucking crossed, contaminated with red dye 40
no
and
fentanyl.
shit.
Yeah, they weren't cut with a bunch of crappy shit.
They're good shit.
It was good shit.
Back when Coke was good.
Those bath salts were pure.
Yeah, that's right.
Ketamine was good.
Yeah.
Pure ketamine.
So the deal is, graduation comes, and I I was supposed to, I'd go out at night and hang out with my friends. We could drive around, smoke weed, drink beer, drink wine, and then go back to somebody's house and play music. Or another thing we like to do is there was an old graveyard outside of town, the old Plemons graveyard. And we'd all take our acoustic guitars out there, and we'd go. We had a couple of cool places where
that's not so weird.
The headstones.
When I say I hung out at the cemetery in Wilson, people were like, "That's fucking weird." I was like, "But I was out on the service road."
No, we were in the cemetery. We're sitting on headstones.
See, I didn't do that shit.
No, we had a group of headstones there that were all just like you could set on with your. No, man, we were writing songs. We were playing.
Told me not to come.
Yeah, we were playing. We were playing our own.
Jeremiah was
shit.
These guys are fucking lame.
I'm sure they're all like, "Oh, here's these motherfuckers again." God. Yeah. But anyway, so graduation come, but I was supposed to be home at 11 o'clock. That was my. I was supposed to be home by 11 every night, but usually I didn't get in until 1 o'clock. And Mom was always waiting up for me, and was doing, everybody else in the house is asleep, so she was doing the "I told you you'd be in there. You were supposed to." She's doing the yell whispering thing, and her face is just red, and she's just madder than shit, And I'd just walk by her and look at her, and then sometimes I'd go, "Shut the fuck up, Mom." I was just disrespectful. I didn't. Fuck you, whatever. I could go up to my bed, close the door, put a record on. Actually, I'd stack 3 or 4 records on, ZZ Top and whatever else I was listening to at the time, and put my headphones on, crawl in bed, and fall asleep, and wake up the next morning with my ears sore as shit because I'd slept in headphones all night. Anyway, so it comes time to graduate.
You're on some fucking B-side from War or something?
I go, I go to graduation. Well, my dad drove out there to watch me graduate. This is how shitty I was. I didn't even see him. After I graduated, I didn't even look for him. I just know that he was there somewhere. So, because I was too busy, we were all headed out to the river for like a 3-day party. So it's like, get the gown off and throw it in the trash, get in the cars and get the fuck out of there. And that's what we did.
But you did graduate.
I did graduate. Yes, I did. I got an actual diploma. Yeah.
I bet you still have that.
As a matter of fact, I do. Somewhere I do. It's in a neat little red folder. But on the downside of that, of course, nobody knew where we were. None of us told our parents. We didn't.
You didn't text them? What the fuck?
Yeah. Even if we'd have had shit like that back then.
Wire them?
even if we'd have had shit like that,
Morse code.
we wouldn't have bothered. We wouldn't have done it.
Carrier pigeon or something.
The idea was to
fuck off.
get away, Yeah.
Fucking on a pigeon. Yeah, eat shit. Oh,
Yeah.
asshole.
I wonder if we could hire one of those plane guys to fly around with a big banner,
At the river. Fuck off.
Eat shit, parents. Yeah, but anyway, so they didn't know where we were. So they're like, everybody's parents are like calling the police because there's, 40 kids missing somewhere. We were fine. We're down at the river camping out. We were eating, we were drinking, we were partying. We were doing just fine. We were having fun.
This was in Borger.
In Borger, yeah. So, but after about 3 days,
I believe they have non-toxic rivers in Borger.
they were probably toxic as shit.
They were downstream of a DuPont fucking facility.
Yeah. That was all Phillips, man. Phillipstown. It was a Phillipstown.
Yeah, it's all P66.
I lived there 2 years, and probably in the 2 years I lived there was probably a dozen major explosions where people literally just came up missing.
Jesus.
Back then, shit happens.
Blew them to smithereens. I mean, like they never found the bodies because they were huge explosions, man. They were huge explosions.
God.
It was nasty back then. But so anyway, I think it's like we're all. I
This is a gnarly side note.
I think we're all. After 3 days, I'm like,
Anyways, I was high as balls.
Yeah. Well, it's like, you're out of money, you're out of food, and it's after a while you're like, well, shit. I guess we gotta go back.
Kind of hungry.
I guess we gotta go back to town and go home or whatever, And so I went home, and it wasn't late. So yeah, I got the double barrels from Mom and the stepdad, and they were yelling and screaming, and they've been looking all over for us, and and I just took my usual, I don't give a fuck. I was out celebrating. I was out celebrating my, graduation. We're just having fun. So we're good. I'm okay. We're back. Just fuck off, basically. And went up to my room. And the next day, my mom walked in and gave me $200 and said, you can take whatever you got in your room here. So it's like my car's a Volkswagen, right? So I got a fucking Volkswagen. So you can't put much shit in a Volkswagen.
Got one kick drum in there.
You can't put a drum kit in there. And we've
Took
been
your little shitty plastic snare.
and we've been no. I had a drum set, which I had added to and built bigger. I had stripped all the orange sparkle off of it, bought more drums. Oh no, dude, man, I had like a double bass, shitload of toms and cymbals. I mean, my kit was huge.
Did you ever get that kit back?
Yeah, it got stolen in Oklahoma City.
Oh, that was the one that got stolen.
Yeah, but no, because I left the kid at we were playing. That's how it was in Texas back then. We were the house jam band. The three other guys that I played with most of the time down at, there was a little bar downstairs across from the little Borger Hotel called Steve Miller Bar. And the
What are the odds of that?
and the dude's name was Steve Miller that owned it.
Wow.
No relation.
And there was always guys coming through town.
He just one open bar there. We're going to call it.
And
Name. Steve Miller.
They'd be
Steve Miller Bar.
Yeah, they'd be guitar players or singers or whatever, and it'd be like, so Friday nights, that's where every Friday night we were down at Steve Miller's playing music with whoever came through. And so this all happened so abruptly. And of course, I was getting my shoes and my records and my record players, just the shit that was important to me. And I'm like, there's no way I can get this drum kit in there. I'm like, I'm going to have to come back and get this thing. So I told Steve, I said, man, can I leave my kit down here? Because I got to get out of town for a little bit, and then I'll come back and get it. He goes, well, yeah, sure, but I can't guarantee what kind of shape it'll be in when you get back. And I'm like, yeah, I get it, man. I get it. Because I'd go in there sometimes, and there'd be 3 or 4 people around over there, you know, have their beers sitting on it, have their fucking cigarettes just sitting on the head like that. So when I did pick it up, yeah, there were cigarette burns all over the damn thing. But anyway, I did make it back to get it. But my mom was like, whatever you can get in that car, here's $200. Get out.
I mean, $200, that's not bad back then. It's pretty decent.
Really?
I guess. I don't know. I wasn't alive. I'm hypothesizing here.
No.
I take it that wasn't a lot back then.
Well, it cost me $90 just to rent a 1-bedroom duplex. So I blew,
yeah, that kind of sucks.
I blew half of it just right up front getting a place to live. And I didn't have a job yet. So the first place I go is back to Bartlesville, right? Because my dad's there. He's got 2 little kids. And he's got this basement downstairs. It's got a little living room in it. It's got a bathroom in it and a bedroom in it. And whenever we stayed there, I stayed in that in that bedroom down in the basement. So I'm like, oh, man, maybe I can just stay with my dad for a little bit, you know? And so I drive to his house, and I tell him, you know, what happened, what's going on. And I said, man, can I hang out with you guys here for a little bit and till I can find a job, you know? Mom gave me a couple $100, but that's all I got. And he goes, man, I don't know, son. He goes, let me talk to Rosie. And I'm like,
womp, womp, womp.
I'm like, oh, man. Because their kids are little. Marty and Maria were little, man. They're small. And he comes back. He's like, yeah, that's what I think. He goes, she doesn't want you living here. She doesn't want you staying here. I'm like,
you're a bad influence.
I'm like, okay. Well, I was a shithead. I mean, so, you know. And so my next thing was, okay, well, man, Mom gave me a couple $100. Can you give me a little bit of money, you know, so I can get a place and so I can look for a job and get started, you know? And he's like, oh, son, I'm strapped. We're broke. I can't give you any money. I don't have any money. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Thanks, Dad. Fuck, you know.
Fucking loser.
So yeah, so now I'm kind of like,
you won't have a house. Like, fuck you.
Yeah. So now I'm like, well, fuck, man. I guess that's it. I'm officially out.
Cooked.
So he says,
put like all your shit in a little sack and tie it on a stick.
yeah. So my grandma lives in. I did have an acoustic guitar and an electric guitar by this time that I had bought when I lived in Borger. So I did have a couple.
That's when you started playing guitar?
I had a couple.
When you were there in Borger?
When we were still in Bartlesville, I got a cheap little acoustic guitar that I played around on, and then I had friends that had guitars, and I'm always like, hey, let me play your guitar, man, you know. Because I had electric guitars and amps.
Wonderwall.
So it's just, yes.
No one knows what it's like.
Yeah.
That was Wonderwall back then.
I knew enough, I had enough friends and enough people that always had instruments and stuff, and that's all we really did besides go to school. I was active in sports. I mean, I didn't play baseball. I mean, after junior high, but I played football and basketball in high school. And, so I did do that, but you know, we're done with that by 4:30 or 5 o'clock every day, and so you got all night long just to hang out and do whatever. And But he says, my dad says, why don't you go down and stay with your grandmother? She's got that extra bedroom. She lives by herself. She'd love to have your company, and you'd probably stand a better job of finding work in Oklahoma City than you will around here or anywhere else, just because of the size of the town. And I was just kind of like, well, what fucking choice do I have?
Can't even sprawl out in a Volvo. Let's sleep in that motherfucker.
So he calls her, and
It's kind of movie-esque.
yeah.
You show up on Grandma's doorstep. Hey, Grandma.
Well, no, he called her. And of course she was just.
Well, old Doug blew in like a tumbleweed there.
She was thrilled. She was thrilled because.
Got some meatloaf waiting for you.
Oh, dude, I can't tell you.
When all else fails, go to Grandma.
Yeah, but that didn't last very long because I couldn't take it.
Oh,
Bless her heart. No, you don't. Yeah, you don't know until you've actually lived with your lonely old grandmother for a couple of weeks, and
you're there eating on like a TV tray dinner.
Just how lonely she was, and just how crazy she would drive you. I mean, I couldn't take it, man. About 2 weeks is about all I could take. And, she's like 5:30 every morning. Okay, get up. I'm going to make some breakfast. And I'm like, Grandma, I don't get up this early. Well, you need to get used to getting up this early so you get ready for work and be to work at 8 o'clock every morning. And I'm like, I don't even have a job yet. Well, you need to go look. And I'm like, yeah. You're right, I do. That's how I spent my days. I'm just trying to find work. And, but it got so bad before I even found a job. So I've still got this, I have a little less than $200 because I've bought gas, here and there. And, a Volkswagen, shit, man, you can drive a long way on a gallon of gas. And a gallon was like 24 cents back then. So,
nice.
Yeah. So that was
convenient.
That was okay.
Rice-a-roni and gas, that's all you need.
But I'm going around putting in job applications everywhere, and my hair was long. I had a beard, mustache, and most places I went into, the old dudes are just. I had a guy at a gas station one time told me, he goes, I can't even stand to look at long hair, let alone work with it. I'm like,
hippie boy.
I guess that's no. Well, thank you, sir. Have a good day. But
I get some of them rice-a-ronis around back.
People did not like long hair back then. Jesus.
Anyway, a guy out at the Union 76 truck stop out on I-40 and Morgan Road said, well, I need a janitor. I need somebody to clean the bathrooms. And you're like, whew,
Jesus, man.
that's brutal. But I'm like, I need a job. Because right at the same time is when I'm like, I cannot live with my grandmother anymore. I can't take it. I fucking cannot take it. So about 3 blocks from her house up the street, I found this one-bedroom duplex that was bills paid. I'm like, fuck, sweet. So I got no electric bill, no gas bill. Just pay him $90 a month, and I'm golden. So I'm like, yes, sir, I'll take it. Here's your money, And fortunately, it had a little bit of furniture in it. It had like a couch and a chair, had a kitchen table in the
plenty of room
off
for
a little
set.
nook in the kitchen and all that shit, And I still hadn't gone back to get it yet, but because all this other stuff's going on, I'm just trying to get settled and so I'm sitting there thinking one day, and I'm like, cleaning toilets and bathrooms at a truck stop. I'm like, man, man. And not only that, but I had to be at work at 6 every morning. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. And I'm like, well, shit, I have to. Because now, half my money's gone, and next month I won't have anything. And so I decided, so this is where fate comes in. So I decided I'm going to spend another day looking for a job. So I go through the newspaper. I don't see anything. So I just start driving around, right? And I don't, as many times as we'd been to Oklahoma City, we'd just go see my grandparents, or we'd go out to Bethany. That's where my aunt and uncle and cousins lived. Usually go out 23rd Street. So that's about all I knew about the whole town. But I drove basically down Penn a little ways there, because I was just off Penn on 13th, and Main Street. I'm like, all right, Main Street. Let's go down Main Street. And I could see downtown down this way. So I turned on Main, and I start driving east, and I'm like, I'm looking down through there, and I'm like, oh, it looks like there's all kinds of factories and, stuff. So I'm like, hell,
Gotta be a job.
I'll just walk up and down the street here and apply. So that's what I did. Found a place to park, got out, and walked all the way down to Classen. And, of course, 𝙗𝙗𝙧 was one of the places I walked in and filled out an application. And kept going. Then I walked across the street, started filling out applications, coming back the other way, walked all the way back. It's like 10 or 12 blocks, whatever it is. Walked all the way back to my car and went back home. And I'm like, all right, well, I didn't have a phone, so I had to leave my grandma's phone, right? I had to leave her phone number. And I tell everybody, I don't have a phone in my apartment yet, but this is, my grandmother just lives 3 blocks down from me. And so you can just call here. And so I get up that next morning. Boy, that was rough. Getting up and getting out to the truck stop and
Started cleaning toilets.
yeah, worked one day. I think I started at 6. I think I got off at 2 or 2:30. And I got home and I was just like, whew, man, I don't know if I can do this. But I'm like, yeah, what choice do you have, So I did it 2 more days. And then by now it's Friday, and I'm out of food. I'd gotten a little paycheck, and so there used to be a Safeway at 16th and Drexel, which was really just a few blocks from where I lived. So that's where I'd go grocery shopping, and that's where my grandma went grocery shopping too. So here I am. I'm in there on a Friday about, I don't know, 1 or 1:30. Yeah, getting, some hamburger helper, rice-a-roni. That was, and
The essentials.
mac and cheese.
Zebra cake.
Just the cheap shit.
Star Crunch. Yeah.
To live on, and so I'm pushing my cart around, and and there was hardly anybody in the store, a few people, that's about it. But I'm like, what? What am I hearing? And I'm hearing this, Doug! And it's my fucking grandma. And she's running through the store. And I can tell she's running because when she's yelling, I'm like, that's my fucking grandma. Pretty soon, here she comes around the corner. And she's out of breath and shit. I'm like, God damn it, calm down, Grandma. Don't kill over on me here, And she goes, you got to come to the house right now and call. these people called and they want you to come to work right now. I'm like, right now? It's Friday. It's fucking almost 2:00. And she's like, that's what they said. You need to call them back right now. I'm like, okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let me check out, and I'll run up to the house. So I run up to the house, and I call up there, and she says, yes, we'd like for you to come in right now and start work. And I'm like, start work right this minute, right now? And she's like, yeah. And I said, well, what are the hours? And she goes, it's 8 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. And I'm like, okay, I like that.
That's a lot better than 6.
And, but I'm like, well, there's only a couple hours left. And she goes, well, I know, but we still want you to come down here right now. I said, okay. I said, let me change clothes and I'll be down there. So I go down there. Yep, here's a time card. Fill it out. Here's the time clock. Here's, punch in and out. Here's how you use it. And old Jim over there, he's the shop foreman. So just get with him. I'm like, okay.
Old Jim.
So they were making, they were doing a lot of sonic work and Anthony signs. And so he put me to work back in the corner putting sign cabinets together. And I did that till 4:30. And I clocked in about 2:30. So I had like 2 hours. I got 2 hours. And I got a paycheck for because I was making $2 an hour. So I got a paycheck for like $3 and 49 cents or whatever.
Not too shabby.
After taxes were held out,
Making your way up.
And
Working 9 to 5.
Yeah, and I'm
8
like,
to 4:30.
I'm like, wow, this is
You
bizarre.
finally made it in the big leagues.
But I'll take it, and I don't have to go clean toilets anymore, and I don't have to get up too early. So perfect. So anyway, that got me off on my my �ㄫ𝙧𝙧 work life, and
history ever
Ultimately
since.
led you to here. This moment.
Dumbass me. I'm still going in every day. 51 years later. So
When did you first start recording? When you moved, seriously recording? When you were building your studio out here? When you moved out here and whatever it was, 84?
the first, well, as far as stuff with my own gear and stuff was, no, not out here.
Oh, you did some stuff up at the at EQ, didn't you?
We had, well, no, not recording wise. We had bought one of the group of guys I played with in Borger. He had a garage apartment behind his parents' house. He was a few years older than us. He had graduated. He was working already, but he had a 4-track reel-to-reel recorder. Ooh. So, and we were just writing our own material. We were just writing all instrumental shit, because that's what we were into back then. I mean, instead of learning a bunch of songs and doing cover songs, we wanted to do our own shit. So we were writing instrumental stuff and recording it on a 4-track recorder. And so that was my first experience with recording, really. And then when I got, I met Barb pretty quick after I went to work at �ル𝙧𝙧, and we were married, in April of 75. So I hadn't even been in Oklahoma City a year yet. And
Dang, already had a job, married?
Yeah. And then had the little place we rented had a garage, a detached garage. And we had bought a couple of really nice bicycles, some nice yellow Schwinn 10 speeds. We used to go cruise around on in the evening. And there wasn't room for my drums in the house. So they were out in this garage. And what we had was the garage door. There's no windows on it anywhere or no walk-through door. It's just one of those big overhead doors, the kind that swing out, not that roll up. And, it's just like this. It swings out and then comes up. And but it had a couple of big holes drilled through it. And there was just a big chain with a padlock on it. That's how you locked it. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that'll have to stay out there. So my few guitars and stuff we had were in the house, and somebody broke in that garage one night. And that's all that was in there was those bicycles and my drums, and they took all that shit. So I didn't have drums anymore at that point.
Damn thieves.
Yeah. It pisses a guy off, I learned that about myself. When people steal shit from me, I get really pissed off. I mean, like, if I find you, I'm gonna kill you pissed off. But of course,
Reasonable reaction.
I never found. I don't know who it was.
Yeah, overreact and drive around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Their head out the window.
Yeah.
See anybody walking. You fucker!
Yeah.
You take my drums!
Yeah.
I was like, what?
So,
The car door.
I
had a dog at the time. I beat the fuck out of it.
Shortly after that, my dad died, and I got a little money from his life insurance policy. And there was a certain amount of it that he had split up between his 4 kids. So me and Sarah and Marty and Maria each got an equal share of it. And I think it was like about $3,000 a piece is what it was that I got. But that was like, sweet, that's a fair amount of money. But I spent it wisely. I bought a car, which happens to be the Challenger that's sitting in the driveway over there that I still have.
$3,000.
As you might have noticed, no, actually, I paid $1,600 for that car.
Must be nice.
Back then. And but as you've learned about me over the years, I don't throw shit away. I don't get rid of anything. And so the money I had left, we went looking for a house. We were going to buy a house. I was going to put what I had left with a little we had saved. I was going to like, hey, we'll put it down on a down payment. So we found a guy that was selling a bunch of rent houses. And so he had this one. It was 3 bedrooms. It didn't have a garage. One of the garage had been converted to the 3rd bedroom. But Dustin had just been born. We're still living in the rent house, and I mean, Dustin was just like little baby, a couple months old. And this house, it was pretty decent. I mean, it was big enough for sure, and it was like, yeah, man, this is. And he was asking $19,000 for it.
Big bucks.
So I was able to get a loan for the rest of it, and we put the rest of the money we had from my dad's money and what little bit we had saved, we put down on it. And we lived there for 5 years. Ryan was born there. But I built a 16 by 24 building in the backyard and insulated the shit out of it. Carpeted the floor, carpeted the ceiling, carpeted the walls, covered those with like styrofoam egg crates. Didn't want to bother the neighbors any more than we had to. So, because I'd acquired an 𝙗𝙧 multi-track tape deck. I mean, it was a stereo 2-track deck, or you could switch it to a 4-track mono deck, which I had bought, and then one of my, Mike Burris, you might remember that name, I had met along the way, and he had a reel-to-reel deck. So that was my first recording studio, and I had by then gone back and got my drums, and I left that part of it. Those are the ones that got stolen out of the garage, right, of the old house. But I rounded up a bunch of old drum hardware, and I made my own drum kit. I'm working at this acrylic place, and those Vistalite acrylic drums, those are pretty popular. So I made some forms and made myself a drum kit. So I had a drum kit. And,
that's sick. Did it sound good?
It was okay. It mean, it wasn't. It sounded like any of the other Vistalite drum kits.
Nice.
It sounded like any of the others. So, not terrible, but not great. I never thought they sounded great, but
yeah.
But I didn't care. There was something to bang on and do my stuff. So that would be my first recording studio down on 51st Street off of Blackwelder. And we lived in that house for 5 years. We found this place out here. And after living in that house for 5 years, we sold it for exactly twice of what we paid for it.
Damn.
Paid 19, sold it for 38. Paid off the loan, used the rest of it to make a down payment on this land. There was no house to live in out here, so we were going to have to. And we came up with an old trailer home that we lived in for a while we figured out how we were going to go about building a house. And
how'd you do the music stuff in the trailer home?
We didn't. There wasn't even enough room to hardly live in it, let alone. The only piece of music equipment that was allowed in there was the spinet piano we had that Grandma had bought, because at one point she wanted to take piano lessons. Well, she did. And she bought this spinet piano, which is still in our house over there to this day. So that was the only musical instrument, besides a couple of guitars that I could even have in there. So everything else was just kind of hanging out that I had then was just stored down at 𝙗𝙬𝙧𝙀 because they let me keep it in a closet. And just start priorities. Well, first, need a fucking house to live in, because this fucking little trailer, this ain't gonna cut it. This ain't gonna cut it, man. It is not gonna cut it. I mean, because it was little. It was like I think it was 10 by 38. Ooh. It had 2 bedrooms in it. Living area and a kitchen. So it was small.
That's really small.
Oh, it was real small, man. It was real small. But we lived in it for about 5 years. Up here, it was up here about half the time. And during that time, we built a road over to where the site is now, and we drug it over there with the tractor, and got a well and got electricity set and hooked that up, and then I just started building on that house and just kept going from there.
So was the first official album you did? Was that the Big Blue Sky one in 2008?
Yeah,
Is that like
2009, I think, when that
2009?
came out. That was the first. Yeah, that was the first record that I actually did, and that was done actually where the studio is now. I had after we built that little garage and put that little room up there, that's where my studio was. I put it in the house at first, and but that didn't go over good with Grandma after a while because it was too loud. So she was doing some glass work out there, and she's like, "You need to switch with me. You need to move your studio out there, and I'll move my glass stuff in here." And I'm like, "Oh, man, the studio in the house is so badass. That's cool. That's what I want to do, you know." But anyway, you know, it's the wife, so she won. So I moved it up there, and it's been a studio ever since.
Ever since, yeah.
Yep.
And you've done 2 albums.
I have just done 2 of my own albums.
There's
Yes.
probably countless other people recorded up there, but
Oh, sure. Yeah, lots of stuff has been done up there. But I recorded several songs when the studio was in the house. But my recording equipment was, as far as it come along, we still weren't really, digital still hadn't come along yet. And I had a Tascam 8-track, multi-track deck.
nice.
So I could, at least record. I could record tracks and bounce them to a couple of tracks and open up some more, and then do that kind of thing. And so I still have, the deck broke down. One of the motors quit working in it. So I don't have any way to play any of those back. But I got lots of cassette tapes full of
Yeah.
recorded music, stuff that I did or we did. Mike and Jeff and Ronnie and I and Olin. We did, we actually formed a band where we were still doing originals, but we actually started singing and incorporated vocals and stuff. So, and Olin got us we got to play a few bars in Norman and take our stuff around, play a little bit here and there, and we did you probably heard, that's where all this festival shit out here started. So the famous Wellstock.
Oh yeah, the Wellstock. Yeah, Wellstock.
The Wellstock with the chili cook-off. It was what
And
it
the reggae
was.
band.
And the reggae band.
Sounds like a horrible way to set up a joke.
And yeah, and so I had the frame of the house built, and the bottom, so the floor was all there. So then it was open at the front because the front hadn't been closed in yet, but it was all these big A-frames. So it was like a perfect stage. So we're like, all right, this will be the stage. And the mistake I made was, I say mistake, I don't guess it was, we didn't have any real trouble. It was just, I was just inviting people. It was like, hey, we're doing this. And I'm like, and invite all your friends. The more the merrier, everybody. And we had a shitload of people show up. I mean, you know, people with purple mohawks. And, I mean, you can only imagine. And most of them camped out. There was tents, a pasture behind my house, in front of the house, all over, around the pond. It's covered in tents and campfires at night. And just, it was pretty crazy. And then we had, down by the pond, was where our big chili cook-off area was. And there was like 8 to 10 different people down there building fires and
making chili.
Making chili. No, there was a guy making like elk chili, and there was a guy making buffalo chili and venison chili and you know, all of it. And it was like
That's why that's what we do for Pig Fest. Just
we
have a
need a chili
cook-off.
cook-off.
I'm so stupid. I didn't think about it. It was kind of like, it's like, everybody come on down here. Because we did it before we started playing. We did it in the afternoon. Like, everybody come down here. There's chili's already. Everybody come down here and get it. And they had these little cups so that it was enough for everybody. It wasn't enough to get a full meal, but it's just enough for everybody to taste it and pick your favorite chili, you know. And so the dude with the buffalo chili is who won. And they wanted to know what their prize was, right? And I'm like, oh, fuck, man.
Think about this.
I got no prize, dude. I didn't.
Did you make him a trophy or nothing?
You're like,
no.
hey, here, have some of this buffalo chili. This is great.
I'm like, you're the winner. Everybody voted your shit the best, dude.
This is like some shit from The Office or
If
something.
that's not,
This is getting paid exposure.
if that's
for
not,
chili guys.
if that's not good enough,
Paid an exposure at
Yeah.
a chili cook-off.
if that's
brutal.
Fuck.
if that's not good enough
Dude,
for
I
you,
did it
man,
for 2 days.
you know,
I killed a buffalo for this.
it's like, well, you're getting to watch a concert for free tonight, and you
Get
can,
me hanging on.
and you can,
fucking
and you can set up front.
Buffalo soldier.
Yeah. You can set up front. I'll even bring you up on stage and introduce you. We'll make a deal out of it. How about that, huh? And
you got some beer? It's like, oh yeah, man. Sorry,
But
I
he
don't
was-
got any beer for you.
but luckily he was good natured about it, you
That's
know. and
fantastic.
everything was okay. But I remember going, yeah, fuck, I didn't even think about that. If you're having a chili cook-off with a winner, you need some kind of a prize or a trophy. And it just so happened I worked at a shop that actually owned a shop that made trophies and shit too, you know. So I mean, it was just like, wow, what was I not thinking? You know?
Too busy getting this reggae band going.
Yeah. So yeah, we did then we played, I don't know when we got started. It was, that reggae band played first, and but whenever we got on, we played till probably about 1 a.m. We basically played until there was nobody left. I mean, they'd all
Been there.
they were all passed out or gone to bed. Or,
Boy, don't we know it.
yeah, you know.
We got Jess Stanley out there, and that was just Stanley. That was about it for us. dude.
Just
Yeah, it was us. We had about, I don't know, there was probably
him and his buddy Moshin.
12
And
or,
Adam.
there was probably 12 or 15 people left standing out there, you know, and it's like, hey, man, as long as there's people out here. Because we're having a good time, right?
It's our last one, roundabout.
We're playing. You know? I'm like, I think we've already played this song 4 times, but what the fuck? Let's do it again.
Here's another original for you.
Yeah.
Guy's like, Jesus. That was the last guy that walked off.
Yeah. So,
Brother, this guy stinks.
so that's how bad it was. After that, we're like, with the rest of the people that are still out there, we're like, hey, okay, that was good. Let's turn all this shit off and let's just sit around and drink some beer. So we sat around, drank some beer for a while, and finally it was like, I mean, you finally like, I got to crash, man. And I walk in my little trailer because the house isn't done yet, right?
Oh, you just had your bedroom out in the open.
It's
You
just
walk
framed.
into your bed, shut the door, but everything's still open. Like,
Well, that'd have been.
Doors just framed out.
that's what I'm saying.
I'd have had more room, but I walk in the front door and we had a little weight bench in there because the boys were they were starting to get into lifting weights, and so in the little living room there was about the only place for it. And we had a couch and a love seat and a one chair in there. And there was people in there passed out asleep in our trailer. And
Didn't even know them or nothing.
And not them. Now Skip.
Even the weight bench was occupied. Some guys just like,
Skip was passed out on the weight bench, and Skip was a big old dude, and he's laying flat on his back on it, and his arms are hanging down to the ground.
can't even get on a weight bench around
and
here.
his feet are out like this, and he's snoring away, and I'm like, oh my God.
What have I done?
And I get back down the hallway to our little bedroom, and Barb is, she's like, did you tell all those people they could come in here? And I said, fuck no. I said, I can't believe you let them come in. And because we didn't know them. I mean, most of the people out here were...
Knew Skip. That was not about it.
Well, as far as who was in our house, yeah, we knew him, but we didn't know anybody else. And I don't know where Susie was or any of the other people that he came out with. I figured they had a tent somewhere, or they were planning on sleeping in their car, or I don't know. I think he just literally passed out in there.
As one does.
Yeah. Which does happen. But
like, watch me bench this.
What was it? JW? Who was your cousin that passed out in the pool that I saw a picture of?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, at my wedding?
Yeah. Surprised that dude wasn't pruning when he got out. And he was fucking full on. Just...
Man, I was just glad he didn't fucking drown. Jeez.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I rolled up and I was like, oh my God.
Him and Gramps are the witness signatures on my marriage certificate.
Yeah.
He didn't even fucking sign it with like a legible name. It's just like a big scribble. And he's like it was that next morning. He's like, hell yeah.
Yeah. It's WT.
WT.
Just W.
Yeah. It was just like, it's like if Amelia had tried to make a scribble on there or something.
Yeah. He was, he earned his, that's where he became known as the world's greatest cowbell player.
Oh, that's right. He was banging on that cowbell.
Yeah, he got up on stage late that night and was beating the shit out of that cowbell, man.
Gramps, what's the best live show you've ever seen? Is it Seth Lee Jones at Pigfest in 2022?
Well, that was pretty good. Man, I've seen a lot of good ones.
It was Moses the second night.
It'd be
Pigfest number 2.
It'd be hard to say what the best live show service was.
Blow out the PA by turning the kick drum up.
I think some of the shows that
just turn it up
really left a lasting impression. I mean, I remember the show and
Patsy Cline, 1958.
Was that one where the guy jumped over the kick drum with the police siren on it?
Well, that was Grand Funk Railroad and Blood Rock.
Did you ever see Black Oak, Arkansas?
Yeah, I saw Black Oak.
Wow.
Blood Rock was backing him up. But one of the best shows I saw in Tulsa when I was younger was 10 years after, and they were being backed up by Procol Harum.
Whoa, Whiter Shade of Pale.
This is before that. Nobody knew who Procol Harum was. I mean, they didn't have a hit yet.
Yeah.
They were just
some dudes.
And I read an article about at one point that they were lucky to even get on that tour. And but there was a band called White Eyes that had a chick singer and they were from Missouri, and they were on the bill also, and they played first, and everybody was booing them. They were on first, and everybody's booing them because, you know, everybody wants 10 years after, right? I mean, because this is like right after Woodstock, when 10 years after, and when Alvin Lee did that incredible version of I'm Going Home, which was just, that version of that song that he did at that concert will live in infamy. And anyway, everybody was, you know, nobody knew who Procol Harum was. We didn't. None of our friends did.
Spell Procol Harum.
Procul.
C-O-L. Procol. H-A-R-U.
Procol.
Yeah, P-R-O-C-O-L.
Interesting.
H-A-R-U-M. Procol Harum.
Siri, play Procol Harum.
Well, man, they
Surprised they didn't do it.
they're I can remember sitting there with my friends, and they're booing this band off the stage, man. I mean, they were being
That's brutal.
ugly, relentless, brutal. Well, they were fucking good, dude. I mean, they're rocking, and the chick could sing, and we're sitting there going, "Hey, man," we're looking around at everybody and go, "Hey, shut the fuck up, man. These guys are good. You know, show some respect. They're good." Of course, you know, there's 17,000 people in the place, you know, and it's like, anyway, we felt sorry for them because, man, they were good. I'm like, yeah, man, that's pretty rough. I'm sorry you got put on a ticket like that because 10 years after, that's pretty tough.
They were the bee's knees back then.
Was the show awesome though? When they was Procol Harum like amazing?
Procol Harum was amazing. They were amazing. They came out and I mean, first song. That drummer they had. What was his name? BJ Thomas or BJ something. Anyway, was their drummer, and he was fucking good, man. And he comes out and just hits the kit, and I mean, that's how they open their show. He's on the kit, just rocking the fuck out of it. And then they come in. I mean, you gotta remember, this is the original Procol Harum. Gary Brooker, lead singer, piano. Robin Trower, guitar. I mean, we didn't know who we were looking at. You know, it was Procol Harum. We're like, man, I don't know who the fuck these guys are, but they kick ass, man. Great show. It was great. Nobody booed their ass. Nobody booed their ass at all. And which I was glad. I was like, God, I'd hate to have to sit here through this, listen to these cocksuckers. Boo. And so, yeah, that was the first thing I did the next day was go buy their first two records because I was
Wow, that's when. Wait,
blown away.
you're telling me people actually did that back then? Like they would go see a band and be like, "Wow, this is good," and go buy their shit.
Fuck yeah.
Wow, damn.
What was there was only two places you were going to hear it. It was either going to be on the radio, it was going to be a hit on the radio.
Well, now you got to scan a QR code and shit.
Or you were going to see them live, and that's the only two ways you were going to get to hear them.
Yeah, like now you got to be a band playing and be like, "Hey, listen to our song," and you just pull up a fucking QR code and you're like, "Here, do it now." I can watch
But
it. Do
no,
it
was good. And then of course,
fucking hold a gun in there. Fucking do it.
10 years after was they kicked everybody in the dick, man. They rocked. They were so good. But I just remember that whole show. I mean, so it's like this impressionable left a big impression on me. I'll never forget it. And another show I saw the same way, basically, that I had never heard of the backup band before because they were just getting started, was went to Amarillo to see Alice Cooper. And they were being backed up by I don't know why.
King Crimson.
This one did. No, didn't get that lucky.
Cool as fuck.
No, God damn it.
ZZ Top.
Texas Gentleman.
No, I saw ZZ Top several times. When I was seeing ZZ Top, they didn't have anybody backing them up. It was just ZZ Top blasting your
Just
fucking-
Frank Beard.
taking your face off, man. That was probably one of the loudest bands I ever saw, was ZZ Top. They were killing me. Oh, fuck. I feel like, my ears are going to bleed. You know, it's just... but anyway...
Master Sparks. Fucking
Jesus just left Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, then that's the tour it was Tres Hombres where I got to see them, but it was I feel stupid, man. That's what fucking sucks about getting old. Why did I just go brain dead on who was backing them up?
Alice Cooper and somebody else.
Great band. You're gonna know who I'm talking about. There's no question about that. They still play their shit on the radio.
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah,
Radiohead.
Nobody. Yeah, they weren't even born yet.
Alice Cooper and Hootie and the Blowfish.
I don't know. No, they weren't around yet either. No, this was.
Well, that's okay.
What about? No, you know, they're one of their radio hits early on. Finally, was the Reaper and
Blue Oyster Cult?
Blue Oyster Cult. God damn, I don't know why that wouldn't come to my head.
Well,
yeah.
Godzilla.
So we're sitting there
Cities
watching.
on flame.
We're sitting there watching this band comes out before Alice Cooper, and it's fucking Blue Oyster Cult. And we're like, well, that's a badass name. That's a cool name, man.
Cities on flame.
With rock and roll.
But their first two records didn't have any radio hits. You know, they were
Yeah, they're kind of nerdy guys, too.
but they were good.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Blue Oyster Cult rips.
I mean,
Old J-Rod loves him some Blue Oyster Cult.
you know, what was his name? Buck Dharma. Mm-hmm. God damn. We were just like, that motherfucker can play the fucking guitar, man. They were good. That was like, same thing. We're like, hit the stores the next day and we're buying
All the Blue Oyster Cult.
a couple of BOC
All
records,
the BOC,
man.
yeah.
Get some
One.
Bachman Turner Overdrive in there, too.
1 and 2. Well, that was another thing we used to do. We would take a chant, and Bachman Turner Overdrive was one that, but I knew who Randy Bachman was, but I really didn't know anything about this band. But we would do this. We would go to the record shop, and we just sit there and go through records. And okay, we're in the rock section. Okay, we're going through the records, and if we'd see something that looked cool, we pull it out. We're like, look at it, flip it over, read the back cover, and we'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna take a chance on this one, man. This one looks good. I don't know if it is or not, but we discovered a lot of bands that way.
How many bad ones do you discover? Great album work, but shit music.
A few.
Madonna.
A few. Nah, I didn't buy chick albums back then.
Except for Heart.
Nah, I never owned any Heart either.
Wow. Mm-hmm. You and my dad had something in common.
What, you were into Fleetwood Mac?
All I know, I loved Fleetwood Mac. Before Buckingham and Nick's bullshit.
What was the name of just, well, it was just Buckingham
It was
Nicks,
just
wasn't it?
Buckingham
Yeah,
Nicks, yeah.
Yeah, they had that thing. But no, but Christine McVie was keyboard, but her husband was the bass player, John McVie, and then you had Mick Fleetwood. And in the early days, you had Peter Green, a great guitar player.
Yeah, nobody knows who Peter Green is.
Yeah, well, if you're a guitar player and you don't, you need to do some homework.
The famous Greenie Les Paul, that fucking, of all people who have it, has it right now. Oh,
Yeah.
Wallhammer.
Yeah,
What a joke.
but yeah, no, I liked the early Fleetwood Mac shit. Yeah, we listened to a lot of that. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, no, that's just kind of how you discovered music, you know, because I would when I was a little kid, I was so addicted to music. It's like, it's time to go to bed. I'm like, I'm not ready to go to sleep. I got to listen to some music.
Something like that.
So I got my dad to buy me a little transistor radio. I mean, that's all, you know, they're about this big, about that thick. And back then, everything was still on AM. FM wasn't a thing yet. FM was just, when I was a kid, FM was just coming along. All the pop radio stations, all the stations were AM radio stations. And KELI, Kelly Radio, 1430 out of Tulsa, was who we listened to. And, you know, so I've got one of these little transistor radios, and it's just got the little single white earpiece in it, right? You know? Mm-hmm. So you don't, it's not stereo, it's not that. But I went to sleep with that thing every night, radio on, earpiece in, fall asleep listening to KELI radio.
You ever listen to the classical music channel?
So we'd hear a lot of stuff on there. No.
That was the only thing that would put me to sleep sometime, like music-wise.
No, I would, I mean, my dad had some classical music. Well, I wasn't looking to go to sleep. I was looking to,
valid point.
You know, try to stay awake and hear some music. But of course, I would eventually fall asleep. But, no, my dad had some classical music on records and stuff that I listened to quite a bit. Because like I said, whatever he had in his collection, I'm like, yeah. Oh, yeah, one of my favorites he had in his collection was Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass.
Ooh, nice.
And the New Christie Minstrels, great folk band. You know, like 11 or 12 people, you know, acoustic guitars and stuff, and they could all sing their asses off, man, and men and women, and just the harmonies and the shit was great. I loved all that, and then Ricky Nelson, Million Sellers. Rick Nelson, that was some good shit.
Do you? Well, you did this new song today. Are you planning on doing another album in the future? Are you trying to get a third one?
No, I've got some songs that I've been working on for a while. They're just the problem is that I have too many I just haven't finished, and it you know, because everybody kind of has their formula for writing songs, you know. And my latest, because of this and the way I've done in the past, my latest, okay, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to write a song until it's done before I move on to another one. But, you know, fuck, you're driving to work, right? And all of a sudden this, hey, some lyric or some riff pops in your head, and you're like, oh, fuck, and you get out your phone, and you're so I don't want to forget that. So shit's constantly coming at you, you know, and you're just, so it's, but I've talked with a lot of people, songwriter-wise, and everything, you know, everybody's kind of got their own formula, the way they go about it, and some people don't have a formula. They're just like, well, just, but you know, like that, like River Wide, that song, seriously, I wrote that pretty much in my sleep, or just in a half asleep state, because I literally woke up and got out of bed and grabbed a pen. I had already had been going on, wrote all the lyrics down.
Yeah.
Found the chords I was hearing in my head, and bam, it was done.
That's nice.
And that's the only time that's ever happened to me, but yeah, shit like that does happen. My mom was like, I mean, how the fuck do you write a song in your sleep? I'm like, I don't know.
Keith Richards.
I'm like, it's because you're really fucked up, man. Something's wrong with you. No, your brain's always going. You might think it's down for a little bit, but it's...
There's some random images, aliens are flashing to us while we're all sleeping.
Yeah, or all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah.
All kinds of shit that doesn't make any sense. It's like, what the fuck was that? I know I've seen that guy before, but what the fuck was he doing here? How is it I live next door to him all of a sudden? What the fuck? Wait.
Gotta write this song.
Can everybody, if anybody wants to listen to your stuff, it's all on the streaming stuff under Doug Swindell, right?
Yes, it is. It is.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you can always go to your favorite good old Spotify and find it there.
Yeah.
But no, it's on...
Go to your Patreon.
It's on most all the other stuff. On all the other stuff, too.
Awesome.
So,
well, man, thank you for coming up here, and thanks for being on the show, doing everything.
Well, thank you for...
It's been due for a little while, and...
yeah, we've only talked about it a few years, I think, but...
Yeah, since we started, yeah. Yeah, something like that. Well, it's cool. It's exciting to
We'll do a part two
in
in another 2 years.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you the same shit, so...
We'll just pick up. We'll do the second half of your life.
Yeah, we'll do a follow-up. Yeah, man, thanks again for coming up. Thanks for playing for us.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for doing it, and everybody just my performance is definitely rusty because I don't play out that much. So just push through it, and see what's there. And
I'll drench you in a shit ton of reverb.
yeah. There you go.
I said we'll give him that patented Adam backing track.
Everybody likes reverb, right?
I'll find some random drum preset on the keyboard and just hit go.
Yeah.
Not even sync up the times or anything.
Yeah.
I have taken on the enemy. This one only came pre-built with a guitar solo around the second chorus, so look straight into yeah, exactly.
You don't know how it feels. It's like over just like trying to sing still. Yeah, I'll hook you up, dude. Don't worry.
Well, unfortunately, it's I've left it in your hands now. So
hey, we are a studio.
Yeah.
We're here with the technology.
Yeah, Aaron's about to hit that studio button.
I have to take what I get, right? So
right. But yeah, well, I mean, you didn't have to come up here, so appreciate you getting it knocked out and performing for us. It's badass, man.
Well,
it's cool.
fun.
It's an awesome record of it,
That's fun.
Yeah, and if you haven't, this will probably be the last episode of season 4.
Yeah.
So go ahead and go back and browse because there's a million other episodes.
At this point, we'll be on for season 5 because
we have to get 100. Yeah, we got to get 100 at this point.
At this point, fuck it, let's go to 100.
I've been watching a bunch of them. I haven't caught all of them, but I've watched a bunch as they've gone on.
There's some really amazing performances.
No, there are. There are
you to have captured.
Yeah, there are some really good ones.
Yeah, we can submit this shit to the fucking Oklahoma, I don't know, Smithsonian or whatever catalog, some Oklahoma artists.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Maybe. They'd probably just be all like, we don't care about that,
Yeah, who are these guys?
No, Vince Gill.
Yeah, seriously. Like, you guys didn't get Carrie Underwood? All these artists, you guys didn't get Carrie Underwood? Like, oh, fuck you, man.
Yeah, exactly. All right, this is Dylan signing off. We'll catch you next time.